Hey, I'm Mark Schneider. You're watching Schneider Classics, and we're in the middle of Saskatchewan. There's an old Chevy truck. There's an old Pontiac Firebird. There's a really old Chevy truck, which we already took video of. But today, as we walk the old fence line, oh, and that's a good sized buck right there. Is that a fake buck or? Oh, no, you're alive. All right. You're a good sized buck. Here. Oh, there. Hi, buddy. Take me forever to get out here because I'm walking like, don't want to do the least damage as possible to these crops because there's not a good crop this year. But I got a long ways to go. So after, just a short walkway over there through a couple, like 2 acres. Oh, I ran the last little bit because I got excited, winded myself. We got lots of cars back here to look at. Oh, and I'll go for a hole. First, look at this old Dodge Monaco, wherever it is. Headlight smashed out, but old Dodge. Got the emblem. No, there must be a latch inside the car. Because that's the safety hook. Yeah, there must be a latch in the car. So, and then there's also this little F-150. Which also looks like the latch is inside the truck. Still got some Goodyear tires on it though. Turbine, hubcaps, smacked on the side here, but there used to also be an F-150 out here, but he's since told me that some young buck has bought in it. Look at that mouse nest. Let's just care about if, yes, that won't pop. You can see in there. Might have been in this thing, but it's still pretty good shape. These are all in the field, so in the middle of nowhere, so the fact that the mice have gone in it is not that surprising. Yeah, this would need the two-hand Jimmy, one guy pulling the hood pin and one guy pulling on the hood, because yeah, that's been stuck solid for a long time. Needs cab corner, but otherwise not bad. Maybe a new box. Same with this thing. Monaco. It's a pretty straight car. Front fenders both are smashed in. It's also got a mouse infestation. Probably, oh, still pretty solid. I don't see a trunk release. I don't think this thing has in here. Center console. Oh, there's a pulley and a fan. Speaker in the center there. Mice have been everywhere in this thing. This thing smells raunchy. Windows a little bit off. Yeah, so I should be able to somewhere. Get away. You can sort of see the motor in there. Those are just the first two, and like I said, there used to be a little F-150 beside these, but, or a little Ford Ranger, because F-150 and Dodge still there, still in relatively good shape. And then this old Ford Mercury, this thing's pretty cool. This thing they used on the farm forever. This thing started helping the farm out. Oh yeah. Ooh, she's a lot worse than when I was last here. That kind of sucks. That's a lot worse than what it used to be. All your controls, homemade ignition. Imagine that if I just turned that and it started. 2-speed rear end. Good old 4-speed with reverse and this is your 2-speed rear end. Oh, transmission's not locked up. Oh, but shifter's falling apart. Glove box, all that stuff. Old Fords. Empty steel box. Oh, beer can. Good old steel checker plated box. And those good old cab lights. She's been pulled on once or twice. I think that's how it got back here, is they pulled on it. Now this one. There we go. So this one we can open the hood on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good old V8. Just looks like a small block. 1 barrel Holly carb. At least I'm pretty sure it's a 1 barrel. Oh, maybe it's a 2 barrel. 2 barrel Holly carb. You see, one's for your clutch reservoir and one's for your brake. Has electric wiper motor. Good old generator. She a good old truck. That's where I wish I had a trailer and a truck, because I would be out here hauling all this stuff home to fix it up. You can see here the riveted. This is all Bondo. They've just gone over and riveted pretty much this whole quarter panel. That's funny. I didn't notice that before either. And then this thing is my cousin's teenage botchery. They cut the roof off, as you can see, with a torch, and drove around and had a lot of fun in. As you can see, not a lot of it's left. Good old slant 6 though in it. Shame that this is open, but good old slant 6, good rad. Actually a pretty good washer fluid container. Still full with water. It's got hydraulic brakes. Actually underneath this hood it looks pretty good. Other than the fact the engine's been open to the elements for who knows how long. There's no carburetor on it. The homemade body puttied hood scoop, you know, just to cut there, cut there, cut there, form it up, stick 2 pieces of tin on it, and body it. And the good old antlers on the hood. Yeah, this thing is been through a lot in its life. No muffler. See, even back then they just chopped the muffler, chopped the roof, stick some antlers on the hood, and go for a ride. This has all been pushed up. This thing, an old Chrysler, I want to say, or maybe, no, an old Pontiac. Good old Pontiac. You can see them writing when service was done on it. Oh, some stuff's been undetached here. Oh, probably for the battery removal. Good old AC pump alternator. There's your pulleys. Big block. You can see the mice have been in it. They're everywhere. There's your vacuum. That's, I think, for, I can't remember what that stuff, that's for vacuum. The old vacuum goes to it, all this vacuum crap. Oh, there's a mouse nest right there. Right on top of the blower motor harness, that makes sense. There's a Pontiac block, it's blue. Not a big Pontiac block, I highly doubt it was a 400. Oh, but now these hinges are sticking on me. Interior, this one's not too bad, if I recall. A little bit of mileage. Ooh, right there in the A-pillar. Yeah, that car's gone. Oh yeah, it's a Pontiac Parisian. We got one of those. This one either is an older one or a newer one, but it's a Pontiac Parisian. Oh. Radical tune suspension. Look at that mouse nest. Not in bad shape. Other than, well, that's in bad shape, and who knows what the floors are like. Sitting out here in the field forever, who knows what the floors are like. Yeah, that's mouse nest in all its glory. Yep. The only reason I'm out here mostly in, well, this was a vinyl top, so it did save the roof a bit. Only reason I'm out here is because a lot of this stuff is going now. So this is probably the last time it's gonna get a good look at. Yeah, that's crazy, old Pontiac Parisian. It's got a plate on it, the old square lights. Oh, I guess then this is a later model. It's in smacked up here. And all these things would have just been parked for one reason or another. And like there's a bunch of farm equipment here too. I don't know too much about farm equipment. Some type of belt. It's completely rotted out in the bottom here. Everything looks like it's pretty much gutted on it. And like I said, I gotta watch where I'm stepping, because look, there's this stuff all over here. I think you just want to start getting this stuff cleaned up. There's a good old burn pit. You know, you dig a pit, you put the dirt on the side, and you fill it full of sheds and anything else burnable. Good old burn pit. Because then you light it on fire, and as it burns down, when it's smoldering, you should. It probably hasn't been done in a long time because it never got full. You just push it back over and fill it. Oh, this truck is one of my favorites, because that's a big heavy duty truck. And yeah, there's still those two cars. And like, look, there's just equipment here. More equipment. And just barbecues. A lot of old rusty stuff that's been forgotten with time. Oh, cans. Walking on cans and glasses and stuff. So I gotta watch. Good old tank for something. A little, look, the gas tank's completely rotten through. Right through. That's just kind of cool. Well, an old 1-cylinder rototiller. Let's see. It's probably seized up. Yeah, seized, locked up tighter than anything. Oh, look at there. Old tube TV. Don't see that much anymore. Little kid toy. Little kid tractor just sitting out here. There's some old stuff out here. Like some of these appliances. Like, it's crazy. But again, I'm not too much into appliances, nor do I know what they are. So I don't really care about them a little bit too much. Old windmill, bunch more stuff. Something off something, 402. Looks like a tractor cover. 100% what it looks like. It looks like an old tractor cover, old piece of sheet metal. Old bed frame, you can see here. old castings and everything in this old bed frame just laying here. Just more junk. Oh, there's... Oh, look at that. Voyage can. There's an old engine. Oh, look. All the push rods. And look, it's still good. Somebody's just taking the head off of it. That's an old tractor motor. Little old 4-cylinder. There's your valve covers. Pull this and you can see the valves. You can see the corrosion from the head gasket sitting out. That's cool, little old motor just sitting in the grass here. Wood stove. Rotting away. Like I said, you just got to be careful here because you don't know what's underneath this grass. And also you don't know what rodents are out here. Or what's underneath a bunch of boards, if it's an old well. Old water trough. A lot more old farm equipment. Now this is the pride and joy. I love this thing. I love this thing. Flat glass, hood, most of the trims all here, it's starting to rot. It's starting to go. No wheelbase underneath it. There's nothing there. Just some buckshot. Put some trim in here where the seats would have been. You can see this. Real old. No motor in here. Actually, that 4-cylinder that's probably sitting in the field probably belonged to this old thing. Frame still here, no front or rear axles. And you can get the body code there. Model, body number, paint code, trim code. Real high-end model back in its day. See all the trim there, split glass, flat glass. These would have been for the wipers. It's crazy. You can see how it's sectioned to go together. And there would have been, yeah, you see this kind of where the paint's going. There's probably a lead seam here, lead seam down there. Oh, can't open the trunk. It's buried in the grass too far. Ooh, it's starting to get pretty crusty. It needs to be taken out of here to be saved like now. The side steps are gone. I can tell you that much. Flooring was old paneling anyways. Look at that. Just pretty. Suicide door, which is I love. Suicide door center post of this year. Like that's just a bitchin' looking car. It needs all the glass, but all the glass is flat. Oh, look at that. Two-piece glass. That's crazy. You can see here the armrest, window motor, all this stuff. Something's been living here. There's some shit there. Oh, the glove box is falling down. This is for the steering column. The old clock. Oh, I guess these don't open no more. There's your keyhole. And there's all your gauge sets. There's another glove box. That's the fancy thing about this. That's how fancy. For the driver's gloves and for your passenger's gloves. This thing's just cool. You can see there's a bit of wood around the framing. So this is an old car. Because when they say they rotted, well, they literally mean they rotted because they had wood framing. Oh, that's they have to be worked and rebuilt. Ooh. This car is a lot rougher than it used to be. And funny enough, the first photo on the Instagram, or one of the first photos, this is still sitting on this car. And that's from like 3 years ago. There's this tiny little 1-cylinder with its carburetor off. That's what's crazy about this. This thing's been sitting here since nobody's come and touched it since I last touched this car. Front bumper needs to be straightened out, and the grill's been kicked out since last time I was here. Yay. Yeah, that's the have to be replaced. That sucks. And the badge is gone. That all sucks. More and more parts have been robbed of it. But no, it'd still be a good builder. Just would have to figure something out with the grill. And well, straighten the bumper. Bumper wouldn't be hard. Straighten the grill, get a new bumper, fix a lot of this rot because it's rotten. But it's a lot of easy metal because it's old metal. New lenses, new glass. That's where your gas tank would have come out. Not too shabby, that's for sure. More old equipment that I don't know nothing about. See, I like cars like that. That thing is cool. Old Buick. This stuff, one, there's not really much of it to even decipher. This was something made of wood and sheet metal, and oh, not a lot of it left. There's some bullet holes. That's what's left. Buried under dirt. Who knows what it is? Who even knows what that is? Some heavy cast equipment here. Yeah. And like, I love that car and all the venting and all that stuff. Like, it's beautiful. But in this old thing, you can see right here, she's crushed. 1 point something landed. You can see the little pinch. Something landed right here, right on her. Real good. Parked her. No driveline underneath this one either. She's all crushed and banged up, and you see, yeah, see, that's how hard it hit the car, or it's creased right there, because this door stayed in place. That door popped out, saved the door. This door stayed in place, widened up, wham. So it's more in the hood, it's more in the roof over there, but the door popped out, so it saved the door but killed the roof. And this one, well, it's crushed in a little bit, but it killed the door and creased her. Well, it creased her where it is creased, but it creased it even more. This is a nice little car. This would have been my grandfather's car. My great-great-great-great-grandfather's car. Just looking in there. Like, and all that would have just been wood paneling. Just anywhere you see there's no floor there anymore, well, it's because that's where the wood was. As far as I know. And I don't know much, so maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. But this old car is pretty, like, it's still cool looking at it and seeing everything like that. It'd be cool to almost like take it and like probably maybe try and shorten it up or something, or come all the way back, shorten it up, make it like a little buggy. Who knows? That's one nice thing. The back glass is just over time just popped out, fell right there. So a complete back glass for it. All the glass in these doors, even though the door got pinched, all the glass is saved. Well, maybe not that one. It's pinched into the body there. It's lovely. Old Austin. This is cool. The old grill. Oh, it's smashed out bottom here too. That'd be cool to grab. Just, it'd be cool to grab all the trim to save it for something. Like, even all this stuff, it's so cool. See a lot more of this old motor. I think this is an old hit and miss. Maybe. I don't know too much about hit and misses or anything. This is an old motor. It's got a big wheel on it. Does not look like it's got gearing on it. There's the crank way in there, so the piston's gone. You'd have had a release or something here for the piston, which yeah, I think that's an old hit and miss right here. This used to be a wagon. The back axle, the front axle, and like, look at that heavy duty axle. Last a lifetime. Big old metal wheels, never rot. Like, we don't make stuff like this anymore. You don't see, like, they probably would have even maybe had a rubber track on this as well on top of that, but like, just a metal ring screwed all the way into the collar to hold it in place. Like, that's crazy. There ain't nothing built like that no more. No more, I tell you. The other side of this truck, see, this side of the truck's the pretty side. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe there is some more. Well, there's Bondo there, so there's probably some more patchwork underneath there. Little keyhole. I love that. That's just awesome. But these old things, well, one, a lot of them are probably going to scrap just because they're rotten. Like, they're bad. I would say the two cars, the Pontiac Parisian, the little English car, which I'm pretty sure is Navy safe because that was our grandfather's old car that'd be used as the yard art. This thing, it's my cousin's beater. It's probably going to scrap. It's probably going to scrap. This one's going to be kept because it was kept on the farm forever. So I don't think he's going to get rid of this because it's very nostalgic on it. That one, I'm going to try and bug him because I'm not going to lie, I kind of want that thing. I've always wanted that thing ever since I've come out here. So I want to see if I can snag that off them. I know all of this junk is going for scrap. But that little English car is awesome. And these two things are actually still pretty good. I'm not going to lie, they're not the best, obviously. They've been sitting in a field for God knows how long, but they're actually not bad. Like, they're in pretty good shape. I swear there used to be another car, so I think the Ford Ranger used to be over there and there was another car beside it, but they're gone. I'm not a huge F-150 guy, but I do find this kind of nice. Little bug guard. But it needs corners and probably interior, well, not so much interior, but carpet. And probably a box. It's on this whole rear corner of the cab is pretty beat up, but the box is pretty beat up. Big window though. I don't know my Fords. I don't know if big windows were not common or not. And then there's this old thing. I guess will be the last thing we look at. This thing's super cool. Old, looks like combiner or whatever. It'd collect, feed it up, feed it in, put it in the back here. You'd pull this with your tractor. It'd be kind of side shot, or I guess on the other side, side shotted. Oh, it's still there pretty much. This is a cool old, you know, baling wire tying up everything. Just old fence wire. That's how you held it up. So, see, this is a good view to just come look at some family junkyards and always videotape it, photograph it. Like, I have photos of this place like years ago that I'm gonna try and see if I can pull up the photos. I think I have them on my Facebook somewhere, so I should be able to pull them up. I know there's a couple photos out here on my Instagram, but like it's pretty awesome. But if you don't videotape this stuff, well, once it goes, it's gone. Once the earth claims it, you'll never see it again. So I appreciate you watching, and I thank you guys for following along. If you guys want to see more of this stuff, let me know, because I do have a couple of junkyards somewhere around me, near in Manitoba, not all the way in Saskatchewan. But like, to me, seeing this stuff is really cool, and like seeing how some stuff has been touched, obviously, but some stuff has never been touched in years and years and years. Like I said, this little one cylinder has been on this car since the last time I've been out here, and that was like 3 years ago. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next video. Put the pedal to the metal and never let go.